Devil May Cry, the first game. Where do I even begin with this? Well, it's the game that started it all. It's a game I never played before until I started this chat. While I am lying, I did play it and then I got stuck on Nilo Angelo, but I didn't complete it before I started this channel. It was an amazing game, aside from the corny voice lines like this one. Fill your dark soul with light. It's my favorite line in video games now. I'm not even gonna cap. The boss fights are great. They would be greater if they weren't repeated all the time. Like, for example, that giant spider, there is Nightmare, there is, what's his face? Griffin. Griffin is it. Shadow appears as well. You know, Nightmare, Shadow, Griffin, Devil May Cry 5, these familiars. Yeah, they're in this game. They just look uglier and they attack you. The underwater levels are in first person view for some reason, even though the rest of the game is in third person, and you get equipped with a needle gun. There is a version of underwater that is different, but it's okay, I guess. You can attack with your sword and whatever, you know, good shit. The puzzles in this game really makes you rack your brain, not gonna lie. Basically this whole game takes place in one place, a castle, Mundus's castle. So you have to basically run around with a map that actually works, you know, because you can see yourself in it. You know where you are, you know where you're going, and you have to just basically solve puzzles as you go around, you know, to figure out how to open the gates of hell. My favorite thing about this game is just how ridiculous it is, because it starts off with Triss coming in with a motorcycle and you are somehow able to shoot it off you with Ebony and Ivory, 2 dual pistols. Interesting. It's goofy, but in the right way. You get the Resident Evil inspired themes immediately, and all in all, it's a fun game. The puzzles are great, the boss fights are amazing. Some of them are extremely hard. It basically took me 300 tries to finish some of them. If I had to name a few off the top of my neck, what the fuck? If I had to name a few, Nelo Angelo, Nightmare, and of course, Mundus. Mundus is the end all be all, baby. I freaking hate him. Like, the first part of the boss fight, you know, okay, I gotta dodge stuff. It turns into freaking Space Invaders for some reason. But then the second part starts and suddenly fire's damaging you, you're getting cooked. There's a part in phase 1 where I could press the devil trigger button and like eat away all of his health basically, but I didn't realize that until I realized that. And of course, the second phase where you have to platform while he's destroying the platforms and lava can destroy you. It was amazing. But, of course, it wouldn't be Devil May Cry 1, the first Devil May Cry, if you didn't have a repeated boss fight. Which is basically what happened. So after you get out of church, you know, yeah, you meet Mundus in a freaking church. It seemed like people are getting married or whatever, and Triss, who supposedly died, didn't, because you filled a dark soul with light. You get out of the church, you go back into the castle and whatever, and then of course it's a repeated boss fight. You face Mundus again. Not exactly complaining, because it was a different type of fight. Triss lends you some of her powers, which is kind of hype. She could have just given me back the Sword of Sparta, but here we are. And then you beat Mundus, and Dante finally says his line, jackpot. Yeah, and then the game even ends in a ridiculous way where you just get into a plane and suddenly Dante knows how to fly a plane. What the fuck? And Triss cries, and then Dante says devils never cry, and that's when Devil May Cry becomes the name Devils Never Cry. It's all, you know. They even reused that line in Devil May Cry 2 on Lucia. Devils never cry. It's kind of corny, not gonna lie. But yeah, Dante filled Triss's Dark Soul with light. Hopefully filled Mundus's Dark Soul with light as well. And compared to Devil May Cry 2, this is a lot better, so I'll give it a 70 degrees on the chromometer, whatever. I really need to come up with a different name for this. And yeah, great game all in all. If only Devil May Cry 2 didn't ruin it. But next week, for real this time, it will be time for Devils Never Cry. Devil May Cry 3, the prequel. I am so excited for that. And I can't wait to experience this game with you. That game, Devil May Cry 3, was the game that introduced me to Devil May Cry, and as a kid I could never finish it. So hopefully this time I've improved and I can kick some ass. I'll see you guys in the next one or in the comments. Goodbye.